Have you ever felt awkward during a conversation, wondered how you could make a better impression or genuinely connect with the person you're talking with? It's a common feeling, right? But imagine if you could turn every conversation into an opportunity to learn, connect, and leave a lasting impression. That's the power of effective conversation. A well-crafted dialogue can open doors, forge relationships, and even change lives. It's an art, a dance between two or more people, each bringing their unique perspectives and experiences to the floor. And like any other art, it can be honed and mastered. This video is your guide to sharpening those conversational skills, to be the best version of yourself in every dialogue. We'll be exploring active listening, empathy, authenticity, open-ended questions, and more. Each element a key piece in the puzzle of meaningful interaction. So, let's dive into the art of conversation. The first tip we have for you is to listen actively. Now, you might wonder, what does active listening really mean? It's more than just letting the other person's words wash over you. It's about being truly engaged, being present in the moment, hearing their words, and understanding their perspective. Imagine you're reading a thrilling book, hanging on to every word, trying to understand the characters, their motivations, and their actions. That's what active listening feels like. It involves showing genuine interest in what the other person is saying and not just waiting for your turn to speak. A great way to demonstrate active listening is by asking follow-up questions. This not only shows that you're paying attention, but it also shows that you care about their thoughts and feelings. So next time you're in a conversation, try to listen more actively. Remember, the key to active listening is to focus on the other person and show that you're interested in what they have to say. Next up, we're talking about empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is a cornerstone of meaningful conversation. It's all about stepping into someone else's shoes, seeing things from their perspective. Imagine being in a conversation where the other person truly gets where you're coming from, validating your feelings and experiences. Feels good, right? That's the power of empathy. When you demonstrate empathy, you're saying, I see you, I hear you, I understand you. It's an incredibly powerful way to show respect and to connect on a deeper level. It's not about agreeing with everything the other person says, but about understanding their perspective. So how do you practice empathy? Listen closely. Validate their feelings. Ask thoughtful questions. Show genuine interest in their experiences. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. By practicing empathy, you're not only showing respect, but also building a deeper connection. Now let's talk about authenticity and the role of open-ended questions. Being genuine in your interactions is a cornerstone of effective communication. Don't try to be someone else or force yourself into a mold that doesn't fit. Authenticity is magnetic. It draws people in and fosters connection. So let your true self shine through in your conversations. Open-ended questions are another powerful tool in your conversational toolkit. Unlike close-ended questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no, open-ended questions give the other person an opportunity to express themselves more fully. They encourage dialogue, allowing the conversation to flow naturally and deepen. For instance, instead of asking, "Did you like the movie?" try, "What did you think about the movie?" Remember, when you're authentic and ask open-ended questions, you're not just talking. You're inviting a shared experience, a meaningful exchange. Authenticity and open-ended questions are your tools to deeper, more engaging conversations. Finding common ground can be a game changer in any conversation. It's that magical moment when you discover a shared interest or experience with someone else, a moment that instantly transforms an ordinary conversation into an engaging exchange of thoughts and ideas. It's like finding a key that unlocks a treasure chest of possibilities. Shared interests or experiences are like a secret handshake, immediately establishing rapport and facilitating smoother, more meaningful conversations. Imagine, for example, you're talking to someone about a hobby or a book you both love. Your eyes light up, your words flow freely, and the conversation takes on a life of its own. You're no longer just talking, you're connecting on a deeper level. This common ground acts like a bridge, a conduit that allows ideas, emotions, and experiences to flow freely between you and the other person. So, in your next conversation, don't be afraid to explore and find that common ground. Remember, shared interests are bridges to better conversations. Finally, the road to mastering conversation is through reflection and learning. It's essential to understand that the art of conversation is not something you perfect overnight. It's a skill, and like all skills, It requires practice and a willingness to learn. Imagine this: you're a pianist. You wouldn't expect to play a flawless symphony at your first attempt, would you? You'd practice, make mistakes, learn from them, and then practice some more. The same principle applies to conversation. With each interaction, there's an opportunity to grow. Whether it's a casual chat with a friend or a formal discussion at work, each conversation is a learning experience. After each interaction, take a moment to reflect: what went well, what could have been better. Use these reflections to refine your conversational skills, much like a pianist fine-tuning their melody. But don't just learn from your experiences, learn from others too. Observe skilled communicators around you. Notice how they engage their listeners, how they use their voice, their body language, their choice of words. Pay attention to how they handle disagreements or how they steer the conversation when it hits a roadblock. There's a wealth of knowledge to be gained from simply observing others. And remember, practice makes perfect. Put yourself in social situations regularly. Challenge yourself to initiate and maintain conversations. It could be as simple as striking up a chat with a stranger at a coffee shop or engaging in a discussion at a book club. The more you expose yourself to different conversational contexts, the more adept you'll become at navigating them. In this journey of mastering conversation, there will be bumps along the way. There will be moments of awkward silence, instances of miscommunication, times when you wish you'd said something differently, and that's okay. These are not failures, but stepping stones towards becoming a better communicator. Improving your conversational skills is a journey, so be patient, keep practicing, and celebrate your progress along the way.